Hey, what's up guys, MashShine here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're going to be going over the reasons why the CSGO market might be looking potentially bullish. Now I'm making this video if you guys want to see the opposite of this, potentially why the CSGO market is looking potentially bearish. Definitely drop down in the comments below. Before we hop on into this one though, if you guys are looking to pick up any CSGO skins, I've got a couple links down in the description and let's hop on into it. First up here, we're going to be talking about the CSGO professional scene. Now the professional scene has definitely taken off in the past year and it's starting to look extremely strong. Starting off with Stockholm viewership numbers. Obviously we have never seen something that high on something that important ever before. I believe it's almost double what we were seeing before as the maximum. So here seeing almost 2.75 million viewers is something absolutely crazy for the game and could potentially be something that we could see down the line as the actual player count in game. I think it's definitely something that's a little foreshadowing of what CSGO has to hold in the future, and I think CSGO as a company is definitely going to try and make sure these viewers are coming back and try to keep on growing the game as well as benefiting the players in return. But then we've got other tournaments like Katowice 2022. As you can see here, it's pulling in 500,000 viewers just casually. Now the map before this was definitely a crazy one with a lot of overtime, so that definitely benefited it once again. Plus this is potentially a decider map, so more people are going to be tuning in here, but still 500,000 casually on the English stream, which is absolutely crazy to me, and it's something once again looking very good for the future of the game. Still speaking on majors, but moving into my next point here is we've got the major capsules. Now the major capsules are something that has done extremely well considering the time period and looking at RMR. The big thing I want to mention here is this is a lot of new money coming into the market here. We're seeing a lot of money that could potentially be pushed into other investments, which is something I'm going to mention later down the line here. We're seeing capsules at $1 just around a month to a month and a half after the community was very concerned about how long the sale was lasting. So there's definitely going to be a lot of good things to come for the Stockholm capsule and especially the whole market, not specifically talking about investing into the Stockholm capsule, but the significant amount of new money that is able to go to other investments. Every capsule you bought at 25 cents is now at a bare minimum 35 cents with upwards of, like we said, $1. So there's definitely a lot of new money that's going to be entering the scene here, and therefore those people could go cash in and put that money into something else. The next big thing that is especially looking pretty bullish, at least in the short term here, is we're starting to see a lot of movement towards the more popular investment items. One of which is the glove case. You can see on the graph here that we're starting to continue that uptrend that we saw so long ago at this point. We had flatlined for about at least a month, and now we're starting to finally see some increase in value, which is definitely very nice. This could be coming from a number of different reasons. However, my thought is this might be coming from the Stockholm capsules that a decent amount of people, at least at this time, are starting to cash in on. So this is going to be very good for the overall investing scene. If we're starting to see more and more people cash in on Stockholm, that price stays steady or flatlines for a bit, that's okay, as long as we start to see these other areas pick up. And you can see even some of the more less popular investments like the Sticker 2 capsule, it is starting to go up in value once again, or rather the Sticker Capsule 2 is increasing. After being at $15-ish for so long, it's finally starting to break that upper barrier, and we're looking at almost $18 right now. So it's going to be very good for a lot of these items moving forward, provided they continue these trends. Now up to this point, we really haven't talked about too much fact. We talked a pretty decent amount of opinion. However, there is one big fact, and that is going to be CSGO's 10-year anniversary is coming very soon. In less than 6 months at this point, we're going to be seeing the 10-year anniversary of CSGO. Now, I personally haven't been around for a 10-year anniversary of a Counter-Strike game, but I believe this one is going to be very large. Judging by the fact that CSGO has become so large from what it previously started at, I think it's going to be a very big celebration, something we've never seen before. They've got a lot of new technology like the Steam Deck, which I honestly think is going to be very useful for the development of the CSGO market. But getting back to this 10-year anniversary here, there's a lot of potential riding on this. Now, when looking at this 10-year anniversary, it's really hard to judge what it could be. It could be a potential operation. We've seen these operations moving up ever so slightly that it could be possible to see one in August of 2022. That's about the same time frame as the end of Broken Fang to the start of Riptide is what we're going to see here. It's actually just slightly longer, but at the same time, it could be a brand new case and some brand new game modes or anything like that. Honestly, I'd prefer that over another rushed operation. Operations are supposed to be fun. There's supposed to be a new content added to the game, but there's supposed to be co-op missions and things you can do with your friends. Riptide did not really have that. Overall, it was kind of a disappointment. It seemed quite rushed, so I'd prefer just a couple new updates and maybe a new case over something that's an operation that really isn't adding too much new fun things to the game. However, I'd definitely take an operation if it's going to be at least decent. Finally then, we've got RMR. Now RMR only makes this list because so many people are invested into it, and we've seen a pretty decent price movement because of it. Now, when you're specifically looking at the Legends capsule here, you're going to notice there's a pretty significant price increase. Now, on paper, it's not going to be looking like much, just a couple cents. However, in terms of RMR, that is a crazy amount of growth considering we've seen this thing absolutely terrible for year-over-year growth. Now, you can see the lifetime graph here. Obviously, we're nowhere near to what we should be if this was going to be a normal growing capsule, and I think everyone who watches my channel honestly understands the RMR situation, but the fact that we're starting to see at least a little bit of growth now definitely is very good, because this means a lot of people can once again get out of RMR if they're looking to do so and not sell out at a absolutely terrible price. I mean, they're still getting 4/5 of their money before Steam tax here, so it's definitely not terrible, but it's still not great. The thing that's crazy to me is we're starting to see some of the RMR stickers actually almost doubled in price. Looking at the Phase foil from 2020 RMR, one of the worst looking stickers we've ever received, has almost doubled in the past month, going from about 45 cents to now around that 90-ish cents, which is pretty much a double, but we got to take averages and stuff like that. So it's still very crazy to see price increases that significant for something that no one really wanted. I think people are definitely going to be looking at RMR as the very cheap craft option now that Stockholm is starting to get a little bit more expensive, and that could be very good for RMR moving forward. If it's viewed as always the super cheap thing, we could definitely start to see that quantity start to dwindle away. Therefore, the price of the capsule should start to go up and hopefully hit 25 cents. But obviously that's still very far away. These capsules still have a lot of development they need to do before they come even close to the price point they started at. However, it's definitely good to see growth like this out of something that has been stagnant for so very long. But that is really all I have for today, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. One thing I want to reiterate is drop me down in the comments if you do want to see the 5 reasons I am bearish on the CSGO market, or if you just want to keep it with the bullish reasons here. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.